Currently, several U.S. cities have bus rapid transit systems in operation, and many cities are in the planning process for BRT. A major reason why these cities are pursuing BRT is not only to provide additional connectivity, but also economic development for their neighborhoods. A primary goal of BRT, like the Chicago L, is to spur economic development through efficient, high-capacity transit. BRT in other cities has been a boon for local businesses. More riders traveling on BRT and walking to BRT stations means more foot traffic on sidewalks, which is good for businesses and neighborhood safety. For example, New York has already experienced numerous positive results since introducing BRT in 2008 and will roll out its 6th BRT line this year. Retail sales went up by 71% on Fordham Road in the Bronx following the introduction of BRT service in 2008, 3 times the borough-wide growth rate. On 1st and 2nd Avenues in Manhattan, there were 47% fewer commercial vacancies where BRT service had been implemented. Cleveland is another notable example of the positive economic impacts of BRT, with more than $4 billion invested along the Healthline BRT corridor since its launch in 2008. Ashland BRT would expand the transit commute shed along Ashland Avenue, meaning the number of jobs easily accessible by transit along the corridor would grow. For example, according to analysis by the Metropolitan Planning Council, Ashland BRT would mean that the number of existing jobs accessible within a 20-minute transit ride of Cermak Road at Ashland would grow by about 60%, and the number of existing jobs accessible within a 20-minute transit ride of 63rd Street at Ashland would grow by about 82%. The Chicago Department of Housing and Economic Development is currently performing an analysis to ensure that Chicago can harness positive economic impacts along its own BRT corridors. CT and CDOT are considering options and modifications, including the addition of some left turns to the design, and we want your feedback on the current proposal. Please contact us with any questions, concerns, and comments.